Okay. So the first version that seems playable, um, that seems to be able to be recorded without issue and just generally work, it seems like, is much further ahead than I would have liked. It's looking like beta 8 1.8.1 is as far back as I can go, or my recording software OBS doesn't seem to like it. That might be my settings, it might be a whole nature of things, but I also get really motion sick if I don't have higher FOV than the default in a lot of games. So I can't really play the very early beta versions until they add that slider, um, comfortably at least. So as with any Minecraft playthrough, um, we're gonna would get important. Um, we're going to start obviously in beta 1.7.3 or 1.8.1. I'm already lying to you. Um, 1.8.1 because 1.7.3 also didn't work, which I was surprised by because that's like the one, that's the guy. Um, we will then attempt at the very least to um tran translate, what's the word, um to transfer the world to 1.0 and then 1.1 and then 1.2, and we'll go up patch by patch by patch, ignoring snapshots, um until we catch up with the modern releases, which will probably be never. I'm guessing that if this series makes it to 1.12, it will have been a massive success in my ability to continue focusing on things. But I'm, it just would, but I'm just as happy. Ow. I'm just as happy doing it like this. We will actually probably mod the game eventually with some client-side mods. The issue with that is, why would that be my first instinct? Um, is that obviously mod conversions between versions add even more problems to the process and just ultimately drive up the cost of everything, or the opportunity cost, I guess, between if I use a mod for one version, unless we're using it and we have very specific plans, and I get a lot better at those like editors to fix the issues that would emerge. It's really just a good idea to corrupt the world, and I think having to go through so many versions, it would just inevitably, like, we'd inevitably have some kind of issue, and I'm not skill issue, shut up. Um, so this is just gonna be um another bog standard beta and talking for the big tree. No. Another beta Minecraft and talking video. Um, I I think I'm just gonna use this as kind of a vessel to talk about anything that I want to talk about. Um, kind of a nostalgic gameplay for a diary, right? So I already made a crafting table, didn't I? Yeah. Um. So, oh wait, yeah, beta. No, or is that just slaps? I don't remember. Um. So a little my personal history with the game. I started in Xbox 360 edition, so I never actually played beta when it was what's the word? When it was starts with a C. I don't remember. When it was the primary version at the time. Um, but I've put a good amount of time into beta and Better Than Adventure, um, and mods like that, and mainly stuff like Nostalgia Tweaks I use a lot just because I like the lack of sprint. I like the kind of methodical nature of it. Um, I like I'm very I'm a very progression oriented person actually, which is kind of why I like beta a lot because the more that you give me all these goals to achieve that are very specific, right? The more specific goals you have and um the more things you have to achieve that might not be fun but give rewards. You know, I don't really like clearing bastions and all of that in modern Minecraft, but I'm motivated to spend almost all of my time with stuff like that and villagers and things because I'm very motivated externally, and removing a lot of that, especially in Better Than Adventure with all the new content, is a really nice way. But I think with this it'll be kind of let's see what's over here. Um it'll be a good way to limit that. Like obviously we still have those early goals of getting a house and a farm and diamonds, but in terms of progression, right, we've pretty much gotten nothing. I don't even remember if Endermen are in this version yet. I don't actually really remember the version to version of the early bits, to be honest. I often forget because to me, starting on console especially, it was kind of just you opened the game and then things were different. Like a lot of the time, um, the updates just kind of came out over time, and eventually, you know, eventually I got into gaming enough and I knew enough about these things to, you know, see videos of what all the new content was and really understand, you know, what the process was. And this was back like right after like right after Hunger was added, so it was a lot of that just like you could go up a version and not really even notice, especially on console, because like if they add horses, you'll notice that, but a new redstone block is unless you find it in the menu or read the patch notes, you're not really gonna notice too much different. Which I think nowadays it's a lot more focused on like I don't even really notice when the updates come out because they don't in my head it's really just um the Nether update and the whole scale world scale change update and then the aquatic update and the villager update. Um um 1.18, 1.16, 13, 14, and obviously 12 with the elytra. Actually, was it 12 with the elytra or was that 1.9? It's hard for me to remember, honestly. It all blends together in my head, but ultimately it's all kind of different than I remember reading the Minecraft books that I got at a books fair at school and reading the anecdotes that were written in the time of these early versions, and it was really just a different vibe about the content because it was a lot more of a sandbox. It wasn't about the content that was being added. Whereas Minecraft is a modern game now, and in a lot of ways it's taken on those modern gaming habits about always having to have new things to do. But the unique thing I think about the development of Minecraft is the lack of systems. In the early days, obviously you have all these system changes. You have hunger, um, which apparently I have now. Well, um, but you have hunger and all of those things, and you have survival, and you have shit. Okay. Um, I might die here, honestly. Maybe Big Hill will protect me. Actually, I might be able to craft a boat and just kind of wait it out on the water and explore a little bit with some comfortable distance. But ultimately, right, Minecraft didn't used to feel like a game. It was kind of just a cultural thing. Like everyone, I don't know anyone who has never picked up a controller or had their keyboard in front of them and played Minecraft for a little bit. And in that, it feels more like a touchstone, you know? Like we have all the sub communities now of, people will play Minecraft like it's a entirely different game. There's still people playing those 1.7.10 mod packs that I used to watch videos of and wish I could be playing. And even now that I have the ability, sometimes I try them. Um, some people play Minecraft as a horror game. I don't really, as my previous episodes have seen, that doesn't really work for me, but I'm sure it does for some people. Um, and there's people who play the game only for PvP and parkour and all these. It's kind of like the music industry, right? It's all these splinter groups. Um, and that monoculture isn't really there anymore, even within Minecraft. But for a while, Minecraft was that monoculture. It was the thing that everyone I knew was into. Like, it wasn't a question. It wasn't, do you play Minecraft? It was, how do you play Minecraft? What do you enjoy playing? Um, and I think that's unique for games. I think the closest thing to that, I guess, the closest thing to that, I guess, would be like Terraria. But even then, that was a question of if you played Terraria. I mean, a lot of the people I knew did, but not everyone. And the people who played Terraria weren't as divergent. I know that's happened to that community as well. There's the people who do like hyper challenges or optimization or the building, and that was there to a certain extent before, but you were always you always knew generally why someone was in it in games like that. But for Minecraft, you don't have that as much. You don't know why someone plays Minecraft or what they enjoy, and that's a conversation point. But the conversation point is never, do you play it? Because we all know that everyone on Earth, anyone who can open an application to watch this video, whatever is doing that can probably can probably open Minecraft on that same device. Forgot about that. Had a bit too much of that lately, today. But, you know, hi, sir. Um, that monoculture that was kind of brought about by Minecraft has gone away, and I think in part this beta thing is a bit of a resurgence of that. I forgot that beta spiders have hands. Jesus. Oh no, Endermen are in this version. Water is important. Okay. I'm gonna say fuck that, actually. Why are you so much faster than me? I forget that they didn't fuck around in beta. This shit was dangerous. Um, I'm sorry for rambling, I guess, but I mean that's the point of the series. I'm not trying to get anywhere quickly. I'm just here to kind of hang out. Oh fuck, you can climb walls, can't you? Shit. Well, it can't fall off them very well. Where's the night? Where? Okay, we're like 60% through it. Oh wait, that can give me poison. Can't it? Shit. You don't float anymore. Well, you don't. You never had floated. This came out. Maybe I can kill him, but I think it's a really big risk, because I think one hit and I'm dead. Ah, but he won't go away even when the day comes. Oh, and there goes my axe. I almost forgot how awful it was when items fell down instead of floating. Well, I'm not gonna have a solution to that for a while, aren't I? The night just has a different vibe in this version, I don't know. Um, I think that's why the beta Minecraft has gotten such like a following in the last few years, because it really is that last version that feels like everyone was especially 1.7.3 before Hunger. It's the last version that really feels like that really feels like everyone's in it for exactly the same experience. And not that that experience will always feel the same, but that it hadn't splintered yet. There aren't a million ways to play beta, but playing beta can be done a million different ways, if that makes sense. And I think that's just a good segment in game design, I guess. Just that it's the most low speed chase ever. Um just that something so simple is still, to a lot of people, the best version of itself, because it reminds them, not just that it reminds them, but because its design doesn't know exactly what it wants to be yet. And that's not derogatory. Um, I think we're all in the process of figuring things out. At least people, you know, roughly the age that will relate to the nostalgia of this video. And there's always going to be pigs to kill. There's always going to be those things that hold value to us, and I think Minecraft is a nice example of something that kind of binds us all together, ignoring the fact that, death of the author. There we go. There's my new food. I need to eat. I need to eat. Give me your flesh. Yay, yummy. I forgot that natural regen is regen is so slow in the early hunger system. Oh, there's dyes already. I was actually testing. It probably wasn't a very effective use of that. I haven't really found a place that I like too much. So we're just gonna keep heading, what is this? Where's the sun rising? Sunrise is in the east, right? And sets in the... Yeah. Cause Japan is the land of the rising sun, and it's to the east of China. So, in order for that name to make any sense, so I'm going west. So, never eat. Okay, so this is south, this is north. Those are gonna be my assumptions until I get a compass, which won't be for a long while. Do you think a beta series works, or would Better Than Adventure make more sense? So I do enjoy Better Than Adventure a lot. I think it does a good idea, like a good job. I just kind of want to see, all this old content. All this old content. But I think, I don't know. I think the concept of forever worlds is a bit silly, to be honest. I've never really had one. I think you just kind of play with the world until it's time to move on. When it stops being interesting to you. That looks like a good place to settle for a bit. I always like islands, even though this one's a little small. There's a desert over there for sand. We got taiga, so we have 3 wood types nearby. Alright. So, first thing I'm gonna do is make a cheval. I've been thinking about it because I don't know if... I don't really know what content, what type of videos I want to make, or if videos are what I want to make. I just know that I want to make something. I want to make things, and I don't want to stop making things until I found something that people seem to like. I don't have a lot of prospects. If we're gonna get emotional 20 minutes into the episode, I don't have a lot of things that are transferable skills, and even if I never get viewers doing this, it feels like something that's nice to have, something that has a bit of value at the very least. I don't want to spend my life doing things just to do them. And I know that I'm gonna end up having to do that because of the world, but I don't think that's the only way that we should look at life. I've I've been struggling a lot lately, and I think that just taking things slow and just focusing on what we can do is really all there is. I've been trying to look forward lately. Um, Maybe not necessarily the theme of this video, but the future is what we make of it. And if not necessarily this like kind of low effort style, it's a bit personality driven, and I don't know if I have that personality. Um, Especially I find it hard to present, you know. I when there's a crowd, it's a little bit easier, but when I'm just recording like this and there's not much to relate to, I kind of just talk about whatever. I'm not sure that's gonna be I'm not sure that's gonna be anything. Um I don't really think anyone's ever gonna watch this, but I've enjoyed videos like this. And I think if it's something that you enjoy and you're a creative person, it's it's good to bring more of that thing into the world as as best you can. I do need coal, but I think charcoal already exists. So we're going to be little dwarves for a bit. I think that's the pickaxe still. I think that bug is still in place. Okay. We're gonna be little dwarves for a bit. I think so. We're going to smelt wood with wood, and then we will continue doing that. I I've always liked doing things with the caves. I think I think that's always nice. Um so that should work on itself for a little while. While we have that running, let's make a second furnace. Um let's take one of this charcoal, which doesn't have a texture yet, and start smelting that iron. Um I think the first thing I'm gonna do is make a pickaxe, and then we're gonna start mining downwards. And I think once we've caved a little bit, I might upgrade to 1.0. Just as maybe a version an episode. I think that'll have to slow down after a while. But for these early versions, outside of 1.0, there's not really that much different between each and every one of them. It's maybe a little bit um mm, I might not want all that charcoal. It's maybe a little bit slow burn for a series like this, and I'm not sure how I'll take it. It's hard to change things based on the audience because I don't really have an audience. But I think that can be all right. I think as I go, for now, I'll just I'll do what I find fun and what what feels nice for me to make. And if people end up not liking that, then that's a bit sad, but there's not much I can do about that. And you know, But things don't come without sacrifice. And if you want people to engage with your art instead of someone else's in the modern world, it it requires you to take at least some liberties. You have you have to be making something that's unique in some way. And that's not always really possible. I think there's nothing truly unique. But if you take a look at all the creators you enjoy, I think at the end of the day, it's really just about not even just what you enjoy watching, but what you enjoy making and what other people enjoy watching. I don't think you necessarily have to enjoy what you make as content for yourself. But it's more what feels natural for the process that you're actually inhabiting. Um, I really like a lot of edited content, but I think with dysphoria and all of that, it's, I don't know. I'm really surprised how many people can do that um so quickly. I want to learn how to edit. Um maybe even crack the drawing tablet out and make a little character. Maybe make some overlays for my videos. But I've always wanted to do stuff like this. And I've made some small attempts before, but I think you have to start somewhere. Um, Even if it's just some small, some small low effort videos here and there. And they might not be good, and maybe no one will ever watch them. But I think if you just start making things and you keep making things and you don't stop, eventually you'll find something that works. The issue is just how long that might take. And I don't think everyone's made to make things. I don't think I'm one of the like uniquely talented people, right? I think there's people that there's something about them where they can just create something that's that's perfect for them and that nobody else has really ever been able to do. And I think that type of person is rarer than we think. I mean, a lot of a lot of ideas shift and change. Ideas of what's of what the defaults are, um, and what's normal. Where'd my iron go? Oh, back in the early days, of Minecraft stuff, it was for a while it really was just this kind of thing. And that's kind of what I'm trying to capture, is just people turning on a camera and letting you into their world. And I think that anyone who can do that is at least a little bit admirable. Well, who had done that, because it was a new space. And now even the people who are very honest are pretty much required to put in, you know, some work editing and put in titles, and thumbnails. I'm thinking like Diaziel, you know, that's also a channel that's a lot like that. That's kind of just that has that beta feeling, but has a lot of value to it. And I think everyone can make something like that, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't know. I haven't started doing stuff like this for a long time because I felt that way, that if I couldn't find something that nobody else could do, if I couldn't think of something unique and different and special to start, then it wasn't worth starting at all. And I'm trying to kind of get. Oh, has he got me? No. I'm trying to get rid of that because I don't think it's valuable. I don't think it's important to be the first. I think we put too much importance on that, as like just in general, like as a people. Um, I like learning about history and things, and a lot of a lot of the internet doesn't feel like history yet. Spooky. Um, but you know, I've seen so many people's lives change, and maybe mine won't. Um, I mean, the percentage chance is nothing, right? But I'd I'd like it. I'd like to try, and even if nothing I ever do goes anywhere, um, I'll have made something, however low effort it is. I think putting there is a skill set to being able to put yourself out there, and I think exercising that skill set can be valuable. Um, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Um, I'm not going to try and project, at least not intentionally, a version of myself that's a certain way, or that matches content and and works best for YouTube. And I'm not going to I need a torch. Should probably mine this coal first though. Um mm, need a torch early. I think I don't think there's any way to be completely true to yourself while appearing. To be perceived is an act of effort. And especially when you have dysphoria and all these things, that rings especially true. I said especially twice. Especially. Um Semantic satiation. It's it's difficult to be yourself sometimes, especially when you know that you're being recorded, and in the end we all code switch to some extent. Um but I want this to be like thinking out loud while playing a game by myself. Um, and I think that's what I decided that I could at least try to bring. And that's not unique, and it's not special, but it's something that maybe people will like and appreciate. Um, Having someone um just be there. I know a lot of people. If this gets an audience, if this gets an audience, which I doubt will ever happen, but if it does, it doesn't have to. I think people will probably mostly just listen to these things, and I think that's fine. I Does the hoe really need to be made out of iron? Probably not. But I don't know. So we're gonna try and I don't have any seeds, do I? Shit. I need to get some seeds. Seeds. The first thing I'm gonna do for our little island. I don't know if it's 5 in this version, so just get as many seeds as we can without leaving the island. Hey there, kitty. Hi. You want to say hello to everyone? No? You just want the lap? Okay. Obviously, I have ideas for for content dot tm. Oh god, I forgot how sensitive crops were. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I can get a second chicken. It'll be more valuable. I don't know if this will grow in time for me yet. Grow in time for me to just eat off of that. So, you know, maybe people will use these videos as a sleep aid or something. I I guess in a way I'm tired of thinking about it in the way oh um I'm tired of thinking about it. Not yet. Um in the way of how to make it unique to consume, or the skill that it takes to make content, or if I can be a wacky personality. Because when I think about it, a lot of the channels that I enjoy, you know, like Diaziel, I think is his name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know, the beta Minecraft YouTubers, a lot of like the channels that are centered around certain types of Minecraft content, or Hearts of Iron content and stuff like that aren't necessarily. I need to go find sheep to make a bed. I think beds are in this version already. I think they were added with hunger, so a lot of those people don't really do anything that's unique when defined by only the process or the skill required to craft that content, compared to other people. But I think the way that we think about, you know, YouTube videos, um, and creating them in that way is a little bit okay. So I need to remember that. Where's the sun? So it's that's east. So I need to remember never eat, or never eat soggy off. Okay. So I need to go. I need to remember that my house is to the south. But I don't think that's actually how we enjoy the things that we enjoy. I don't think any of us um use those criteria. The criteria we decide what to make things with is really different to what we actually enjoy. And I don't know why that is, you know? I mean, there's obviously examples to the contrary. You know, I like so music. Um, is that a swamp? Did I find a swamp already? Oh, I should also get green dye while I can. Oh, cactus. I have to smelt that, don't I? Yeah. Oh, you just get green. Um, I like a lot of people who make things that are based on their unique skills or their chaotic personalities. But there's a good amount of content that's just because in the same way that we don't we don't only like our friends because they're wholly unique in the world. Some people are alike with other people, maybe, but that doesn't matter because there's we can't always quantify the differences between each other and ourselves. And can I just punch the, no, I can't just punch the wool of the sheep. Sorry, sheep. Oh, I already have sprint. Oh, I do already have sprint. Damn. Maybe I will just upgrade to 1.0. You won't be able to tell. Actually, you would, because it has it in the corner. So, I'm a liar. I'm a dirty liar, but... do I love my cat because he's wholly unique? I mean, I've spent his entire life with him, so if you replaced him with a similar cat, I'd probably notice. But on the same level that we think about it, is he unique? Does he bring anything to my life that if, a decade ago, if you dropped another cat on my doorstep, that they wouldn't have replicated? Probably not. He's probably not special in a whole sense. I think I should probably start walking back. But he's special to me. And I don't know. I've been thinking a lot because, I'm at that point where most people should be, deciding on their careers and all of that. But I don't know if I'll ever be capable of that. I hope so, but at the moment, I'm I'm really struggling to do much of anything. And I don't know what I'm going to do or what things are going to look like. You know, I've never really had a plan, and I don't have. Here's my little island. I don't see anything that's special about me as a person, but, you know, I don't think that matters. I think it'd be nice if I could, and maybe one day I will, but at the end of the day, you know, other people do. And it's their choices and the way that they treat the world and treat me in response to what they see that changes my life. I mean, what would the world be if everyone only ever thought like me and had the same opinions? And so a very roundabout way of saying I don't think you have to make things that you enjoy, watching. Spooky cave noise. Um, that you enjoy watching, or that you would enjoy watching. Let's go. Oh, can I not set my spawn? Okay, I gotta wait till my time. But, I don't know. I think no matter what happens to me, I'll have put some tiny bit of myself into these videos. Maybe not a lot, and I'd like to do I'd like to be more myself if that would be possible. I'm not always sure what I'm like or what I should be like. And well, I get to sleep in my bed. Um and that's not always nice to feel, but well, the inside of my head. Ooh, ooh. I think if I sit with myself and I see it as a good thing, and I sit with these diaries, video logs, vlogs, video diaries, viaries, whatever. Maybe there's some bit of me that I'll see as good, and maybe I'll meet some people who think that too, or who'd like to, for some odd reason, hear what I have to say about things. I don't think it's going to be something popular. I have a lot of other ideas for things I want to record and do, and you know, I want to if I feel more motivated, I want to start relearning how to edit and get my drawing tablet out of the closet, but this is what I could do right now. This is a representation of what I brought to the table today, and I I think I can accept that. I don't know if anyone else will enjoy it, but I don't know. I'm just talking at this point. I don't really have like an end date to this video. Um, maybe I should end it at an hour, but what was I doing? I don't remember. I guess I should be trying to get more iron. Should probably go back mining. Ish. It is Minecraft. I've had people say that they think that vignette. I've had people say that they think my voice is like relaxing, so I guess I am playing on that, but I don't really feel the same way. Um, but hey, maybe if that's an ex an experience by more than one person, then this video will at least be enjoyed by someone. And I think if I can make anything that somebody feels good, even for a moment, about having watched, or that makes them think about something in a way that makes them feel better, I I think that's valuable in its own way. Even if hmm, oh, I made a little mess. Um, let's just start over here. I hope that you're all doing well. And if you aren't, I hope that you don't let it get to you over time. I'm in a weird situation where I have, but I'm trying to build it back up because I I think I think I deserve better. Or at least I'm trying to think that. And it's one step at a time, you know? But if this is a way that I can I can feel um seen, ooh, spooky, or that someone else that's like me or that feels things like me might just feel a little bit more seen or a little bit less alone. I think if I can do that, if this does that for anybody, then it was worth the effort. Um, Mostly emotional effort of making it happen. I I don't think it's a particularly skillful content path. I'm not a big oh shit. I'm alive. That's surprising. Um as I was saying, oh, that's not how physics work. I think I think it's good to try. Even if no one else ends up watching this, the any amount of joy I got from creating it or any emotional progress that I made is worth the time it took to make it. And I don't think this will ever make me money or oh, is the bed a full oh oh is the bed its hitbox? No, because I'm not sleeping in the bed. What the fuck? Oh, does the top chest count as a solid block for the purpose of the calculation? It does. um what was I doing? I need a new pickaxe. And I should probably make a sword. I think that would probably be wise. A sword. Um, and then I think I have enough that it makes sense to make armor as well. At least a little bit. A chest plate. You know. Um, my inventory management's a little clumsy nowadays. I haven't played with these with the lack of shift clicking in a very long time. Um, I want to have at least a little bit extra at the end for a little bit extra at the end, but it looks like there's plenty of iron in that chest. Um, I think what did they add in at 1.0? They added like enchanting and stuff, right? So I don't think I have enchantments yet. I think it's just I've just got what I've got. But that's progress. Um, if I remember correctly, leather is a pain in the ass, and it's not really that valuable for a long while. It's still kind of that way. It's too easy to get iron. I don't know. I think in the next episode, either we'll we'll start a new world and we'll switch over to Better Than Adventure, or we'll have upgraded up to 1.0 since beta didn't really work out as much as I'd like it to. Um, I've been Penny. Um, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day.